Before we select and play a game, let's go over the control panel. This is a 4-player game. The far left control is player 3. It's indicated by the 3 stick figures on the start button. Each player has its own dedicated credit button. The player 1 button just left of center has 1 stick figure and credit buttons. It also has that enter button, which is going to allow you to get into a system or a game. In the center, you have the trackball, which you use for any game you're playing, like Marble Madness, Missile Command, Golden Tee. Up top, you have your admin buttons, pause, escape, and tab. The pause button, you can stop a game mid-play. The tab button, you could add cheat codes and things like that. The escape button is the most important button along with the enter button. The escape button is used to exit a game or a system, as the enter button allows you to enter a game or a system. Then you have player 2. Player 2 has 2 stick figures for the start button and its own credit button. And then finally you have player 4, which has the 4 stick figures and a credit button as well. After the big box software is turned on, you come to a list of game systems. And these game systems are controlled by your player 1 joystick. You can scroll up or down. And you notice the top marquee screen also shows the name of the system. For this example, we're going to play an arcade game, which is under MAME, and it says arcade. If you want to get into a system to play the games, the first button for player 1 is marked enter. You hit that button. It now goes to the list of games in the system you chose. And you can scroll through and choose the game you like. The issue is there are thousands of games. So to find your game faster, you move the player 1 joystick to your right. A list of letters appears on the bottom screen. You then scroll to the letter you want to play. In this instance, we're going to play Marvel versus Capcom. So we go to M and we scroll down until we get to the game. Now that we've selected the game horizontally, we hit that player 1 enter button again. We hit it a second time, and the game will boot up.
Loading complete.
Once it does, you add your credits as noted before, and your player 1 start button. You use player 2, of course, if you want. And then you select your player and play. And then if you'd like, you can pause your game with the pause button at any time. Come back to it later. When you're finished playing your game, whether you're done with the entire game or you're halfway, hit the escape key once. You hit it a second time, it'll go back to where you were at the list of games in that system. But if you like that game, you can scroll down with the player 1 joystick. Highlight Favorites folder. Hit the enter button again for player 1. It will now be in a special favorites folder at the highest level. We hit our escape button a second time, we're back in the list of games for that system. Hit it a second time, get the name of systems. And if we scroll, to the favorites list and hit the enter button for player 1, the game we just added is now there. That's how you start and play a game.